How one letter changed the outcome of World War II. Imagine sitting in a dark military room during World War II. Outside, cities are burning. Ships are disappearing in the ocean. Entire countries are terrified. Every single day, Germany seems unstoppable. And then, somewhere inside a coded message, a tiny repeated letter appears. Not a weapon, not an explosion, just one small mistake. A mistake so tiny that almost nobody noticed it. But historians believe that single mistake helped change the outcome of World War II and may have saved millions of lives. World War II wasn't fought only with guns, tanks, and soldiers. It was also fought with information, secret plans, hidden messages, encrypted military orders. And Nazi Germany had something incredibly powerful protecting all of it, a machine called Enigma. The Germans believed Enigma was impossible to crack. In fact, many experts at the time thought decoding its messages would take longer than the age of the universe. That's how advanced it was. But no system is perfect. And eventually, one repeated letter changed everything. The Enigma machine looked harmless. It looked almost like a typewriter, but inside it were rotating wheels and electrical circuits, constantly scrambling letters into secret codes. Every time someone pressed a key, the machine changed the encryption again. That meant the same word could be encrypted differently every single time it appeared. For example, the word attack might become completely different combinations of random letters each time it was typed. To crack Enigma, you needed the exact machine settings for that specific day, and there were trillions of possible combinations. The Germans were so confident in Enigma that they used it for almost everything: military strategies, submarine locations, attack orders, naval movements. If the Allies couldn't break Enigma, Germany could coordinate attacks without anyone stopping them. And at one point during the war, that possibility looked terrifyingly real. German U-boats, deadly submarines, were attacking Allied ships across the Atlantic Ocean. These ships carried food, fuel, weapons, and supplies. Without them, Britain could collapse. Every week, more ships disappeared beneath the freezing water. Sailors drowned. Supplies vanished. Fear spread everywhere. The Allies desperately needed to know where German submarines were hiding, but the information was locked behind Enigma's impossible code. Time was running out, and then something unexpected happened. German operators had strict instructions when using Enigma. Every message needed random starting letters to keep the code secure, but one operator became careless. Instead of choosing truly random letters, he repeated the same sequence again and again. To most people, it looked meaningless, just random characters. But to a secret team of code breakers working in Britain, it looked different, because repetition creates patterns, and patterns create clues. That single, repeated letter mistake gave the Allies something they desperately needed: a crack in the armor. And once they found the crack, they started pulling the entire system apart. In a hidden place called Bletchley Park, Britain gathered mathematicians, linguists, chess champions, and puzzle experts. Their mission? Break Enigma. One of the most important people there was Alan Turing. Turing wasn't fighting with guns on a battlefield. He fought with mathematics, intelligence, and logic. He helped design powerful machines capable of testing massive numbers of code combinations far faster than any human could. The repeated letter mistake helped confirm patterns the team had been searching for. Slowly, impossible became possible, message by message. The Allies began reading Nazi communications, and suddenly, the world started changing. Now the Allies could predict attacks before they happened. They could redirect ships away from submarine ambushes. They could prepare defenses in advance. They could secretly monitor German military plans. Imagine fighting an enemy while secretly hearing many of their conversations. That's how powerful this breakthrough became. Historians believe breaking Enigma shortened World War II by years. And if the war had lasted longer, millions more people may have died, all because of one tiny repeated letter. But here's the terrifying part. The Allies couldn't let Germany know Enigma had been cracked. If the Nazis discovered the truth, they would immediately change the system. So the Allies had to be extremely careful. Sometimes they even allowed smaller attacks to happen, just to avoid exposing the secret. Imagine knowing an attack was coming, but pretending you didn't know. That's how valuable the information was. The war that looked like it was being fought with bullets and bombs was secretly becoming a war of intelligence. Some historians believe that if Enigma had never been broken, history itself might look completely different today. The war could have lasted far longer. Germany might have controlled much more of Europe. Millions more soldiers and civilians could have died. Entire countries may have changed forever, and all because of one tiny human mistake, one repeated letter, one moment of carelessness. It's unbelievable how small details can change the course of history. World War II was filled with giant battles, powerful leaders, and massive armies. But sometimes, history doesn't change because of something huge. Sometimes history changes because one person makes one tiny mistake. A single repeated letter, a hidden clue, and a team of brilliant minds who noticed what everyone else ignored. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unbelievable true stories and mind-blowing historical facts. And tell me in the comments, what's the craziest mistake in history you've ever heard about?